Quick Guide 2. Installing bGuard software. In Guide 1, we installed IIS. Now we can move on to installing the bGuard software itself. Here we've already downloaded the software onto the desktop. Open the bGuard Setup program and then click on Setup here. From the Setup menu, choose Install bGuard. Check the license agreement and click Accept to start the installation. First, the system will install the required Microsoft.NET framework. This took a few minutes on this PC, but we'll edit some of this out. Once the .NET installation is finished, the actual bGuard software will install. Click Next, and then you'll have to accept the license agreement. Click on I agree, and then Next. Here we're informed that IIS must be installed, which we already did in the first guide. Click Next. Here we set the installation address. Check that Application Pool is set to ASP.NET v4 Classic. It should default to this, but if it doesn't, use the drop-down menu to select it. Ensure that the virtual directory is set to bGuard and that Site is set to Default Website. Then click Next. This installation should take less time than the .NET install. On this computer it took 45 seconds. We've shortened this in the editing. The software has installed, so here we see the bGuard configuration wizard. This wizard automatically configures bGuard settings for you and tests and checks that the installation is correct. Once bGuard is installed, you can use the bGuard wizard to quickly access utilities and troubleshooting tools. It is now checking the OS and settings, and when it has run, assuming no errors have returned, click Next. It's now checking the IIS status, and you can see progress in the log area here. Firewall checking is now underway, and again we click Next when it has finished. In this section we have to make a choice as to the database we're using. The choice is Local Database or Microsoft SQL Server Advanced. Unless you have a large or complicated printing environment, we recommend that you use Local Database and call it bguard.mdb. Click Next, and here you can see and set the location of that database. We advise that you use the default setting. Click Next. Now we have to test the database connection to ensure everything is functioning correctly. Click on Test Database Connection. Here you can see it has run the test and it succeeded. Click Next. There is a little more configuration. And now the license screen appears. Any details typed in here are used locally to generate a trial license for this particular machine and not sent out on the internet. Click on License Now and Finish. This screen is used to configure printers that have already been installed on the server. We can see on this server that we haven't installed any printers, but if there were, we could use this tool to set bGuard to monitor them. Click on Close and Proceed. The screen you see here is the default language and currency screen. You can set the price of each type of print, A4, A3 and so on. Click on Save, and the final part of the process will complete. BGuard is now installed, so click on Close, then Exit. We can check that it is working by choosing the BGuard shortcut in the Start menu. This launches the BGuard web interface in the default web browser. The first time you launch it, it'll take longer than normal, as certain elements have to be configured. The next time you open it, it'll be much faster. On this computer it took a minute. We've shortened it in the edit. We can now see the Overview screen. This currently shows us that we have a 60-day trial license and that there is one user registered. Once we set up some users and printers, we'll see a lot more information about the system on this screen. The next stage is installing the drivers, which is covered in Quick Guide 3. Thanks for watching.